Throughout this chapter, we've been teaching pixel-based images to live in a vector world. Now it's time to convert those pixel images into the vector world, and that's by using something called the image trace panel. This is where we turn raster-based graphics into live vector art that we can scale infinitely without penalty, make changes to using the powerful tools in Illustrator, and have some beautiful art along the way. I'm going to create a new file here, File New. Size doesn't necessarily matter. In this case, I'm just going to choose something like 1024 by 768, hit OK. Then I'm going to go to the File menu and choose Place. Once I go into the Place command, I'm going to go into the Images folder, and I'm going to select Red Paint. Hit Place, get a loaded cursor, and just place it anywhere on the artboard that you want. And so let's say that I have this image here. I need to turn it into a vector piece of artwork. Maybe I'm going to use it on a business card and also on a billboard or something like that. I need to make sure that it scales, and I need it to be as close to the original as possible, but still have that vector quality. That's what image trace is all about. Image trace is not going to get you photorealistic quality out of a vector object. It's not possible. Vectors are not pixels, so you're not comparing apples to apples in that regard. You can get close, but you're not going to get all the way. In order to perform a basic trace, you just click the image trace button right here in the control panel. It may give you a warning saying that this may slow down Illustrator, basically. If you want to eliminate that, what you have to do is rasterize it to a lower resolution. I'm going to hit cancel right here, and I'm going to go up to the object menu and go down, and we're going to select rasterize. Once I select rasterize, I'm going to change the resolution to something like 72 pixels per inch, just for demonstration purposes. Once I hit OK, it's going to rasterize that down to 72 pixels per inch. You see it loses a little bit of quality, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal since this is going to be sort of an abstract piece of art anyway. Now I'm going to hit image trace. Watch how fast it converts it over. It's pretty quick, but it's only black and white, and that's not what I was looking for. I have to use something called the image trace panel. You can access that by clicking right here, and it will open up the image trace panel. You can also go to the window menu and go down and select image trace. And once you have image trace open, you will see here at the top that you have several different presets to adjust. So we have auto color, high color, low color, grayscale, black and white, outline. Those are the basic presets that they think are most often going to be your jumping off point. None of these presets, even the ones here in this long laundry list here, are meant to get you all the way where you want to go. Chances are you're going to get between 50 and 75% of the way, and then the rest of it's on you. You have to control the rest of these options to do that. There are 3 basic steps to any trace. The first part is called palette selection. The second part is called curve fitting. And the third part is going to be called pixel assignment. With the palette, you're determining exactly what colors you're using. The palette for this, for instance, is in black and white mode, and it is a limited palette. The curve fitting options and pixel assignment options are all down here. Curve fitting refers to how tightly the original is being followed by the paths, and the pixel assignment refers to which fills correspond to which colors that you have in your trace. If you want more information on that, I explain this in detail in my course here at lynda.com called Tracing Artwork with Illustrator. It's a big course that covers this start to finish, how to trace objects in Illustrator. In this course here, Illustrator Essentials, we're just trying to cover the basics to get you started. So if you really want to take this to the next level, go and watch that course. So the image trace panel, let's start off by clicking a preset. I'll do auto color. And when I do that, it's going to go through some of the processes here. So the auto color preset, you can see that it limits it to about 25 colors, and that's okay. You can make some more changes to that if you wanted to. You could do something like high color, which is more photorealistic. Let's see how this changes. It'll take a little bit longer to process. Now that that's finished, you can see there that it is a little bit more clear, looks a little bit more photorealistic maybe. You could also drop this preset menu down and choose from these. So something like high fidelity photo, this would be really strict on making it look photorealistic. You could also choose something like low fidelity photo, which is a little bit more lax in its tracing capabilities. There you see it looks a little bit more abstract than probably you would want. Here at the bottom you have an advanced section which controls the amount of paths, corners, noise, and all that kind of stuff. As we start to trace different things like photos and line art, I'm going to explain what all of these mean in depth. The image trace panel is a really powerful tool, and we're going to be exploring that throughout the rest of this chapter. I just wanted, again, to give you a basic overview of this panel so that you understand it and can use it to the fullest of its capabilities.